pledge, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can we have a moment of silent prayer? Amen. Okay, it's Tuesday, June 6th. We're already halfway through the year. 5:30 in the evening. We are at the Town of Bath Municipal Center. Can I have the roll call, please?
Scott Markey.
Here.
Rick Weber is absent. Greg Forney.
Here.
Rose Jackson. Here. Elizabeth Skinner.
Here.
Chris Chapman is absent. And Susan Webster is here.
Okay, we have a quorum. Can we review the minutes from the last council meeting on the 16th of May? I'll take any additions or corrections and a common consent. They look good to me, but there's other people that proofread better than I do, so everything look good? Common consent, guys? All right. Okay, persons before council. We have Darren O'Neill, and he's before council. Do you want to make any about what you're going to be doing down there?
I do not have a song prepared,
Okay.
but we're doing Friday night music at MAC, which is really, really exciting. We're starting on June 23rd, and we're running every Friday night through Apple Butter Festival. We might even do a Saturday on Apple Butter Festival, working with the chamber on that. We will be having food there. There will be a food truck. We will be selling beer. We're in the licensing process for all that. And one of the things, we have to sort of fence in the courtyard. So we're losing our parking on Fridays. So my request to the council is that could we reserve the 4 parking spaces in front of the Ice House on Mercer Street from Friday morning from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. That'll allow us to park some cars and have bands unload and things like that.
I think I asked you earlier too, have you talked with the businesses around? Does anyone have any kind of problem?
I have not uncovered any objections with that whatsoever. I will continue to talk to folks about it.
Okay.
Okay, council.
Is
There,
there the ones in front of the Ice House there
Yeah.
across from Mike's?
The indent
There's
there.
not even any parking meters there.
There are not, no.
Okay.
No.
But
So-
people are about free parking. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's a good idea. I talked to Darren the other day when I was down there. He showed me they already got a huge tent up there in the back where the old loading dock was, and it looks good.
It'll be fun.
I'm stoked. I think it's going to be a good time of music and fellowship with other people and be able to get something to eat, and so I think it's a good idea, council. So I will ask if somebody will make a motion to allow them to do this.
So moved. Second.
Okay, motion a second on the floor. Do we have any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I shall sign this.
The best 90 seconds of the day.
See, I told you didn't have anything to worry about.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. And we hope to see you all there on Friday night. It's going to be a good
And you
time.
take care of blocking it off and everything.
Right. So that's my question. So do I get signs from the council or?
We can maybe get Rodney to bring a couple of those signs that we use, and they can just keep them down there for a while until we need them back.
But your best bet is probably to
Yeah,
put tape on it and tape
Yeah.
it
I
off.
would ask that the Ice House do it because we need those signs elsewhere and we don't want to have to go looking for
Yeah,
them.
just,
I got no problem making signs. I'm going to say Town of Bath though, right?
Yeah.
And
You can
so
put-
that you all know that, but we'll make the signs and
you
put
can
them
just
out and all
on
that.
there, authorized by the Town of Bath Council or whatever you want to do. That way, nobody can
Here's
say
Scott's phone number. Yeah.
I don't care. I really don't care.
That's
All right.
great. Thank you so much. I
There you
really
go.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I'm going to head out because I'm
Yep.
hungry. It's been a long day. Thank you, everybody. See you
Yeah,
on
all right.
Friday
What
night.
time does the event start?
6 o'clock is food, 7 is music.
Okay,
Thank you.
good deal. Thank you. All right, communications from mayor. We had the big grand opening for the Trail Depot 2 weekends ago. They were packed. I didn't get down there like I wanted to. I went down and talked to him after the fact. But I mean, when I went by the one time, it was the chief and all. He had a guy stationed down there with lights running. You warned people as they were coming into town. There were so many people. So I wish them luck. I hope they do great. I think they're going to do great things in that north side of town to really bring things to light. So
We had the depot open. We had hundreds of people in the depot. We, gave out our little flyers. I bought some other banners, one that fell off. Thank you, Rebecca, for bringing it up. But, so we did really well in showing, the depot.
I noticed there was a
also.
lot of people there.
Yeah,
So that was good. So I'm thankful. We've got some businesses that are coming into town that are looking to do some big things for, hopefully when we get the rail to trail open, they're going to really see an increase in business.
Noticed
So
that in Pete's report, some pictures, and what my husband and I did, we had one of our employees on the roof of one of our buildings who was painting it anyway, and he took pictures of the whole scope and
wonderful.
filled up parking lot.
Oh yeah, it was full.
And the little carnival,
Yep.
it was nice.
It was full. So, but anyway, next thing on my agenda is the paving North Wilk Street. Woo-hoo! Finally accomplished. So it looks good. So like I said, we're working to put up some speed limit signs. The chief and I have already talked about that. We're working on doing that and some signage. I think we also need to put children at play in some spots up there because there's a lot of kids still on the street. So if we can do something on either end, just to warn people. But I'm tickled. I don't go down it, and it's not a roller coaster now. So it's
really nice. We did have do you want to do the letter now of appreciation? I think it's in your packet. I wrote a letter of appreciation to, and while we've got 5 of us here to sign.
might as well do that.
But I wrote a letter of appreciation to the Secretary of Transportation. Dear Secretary Riston, we are the mayor and council of the town of Bath and are writing this letter to express our appreciation for the paving work that the Morgan County DOH recently completed on the northern portion of Wilk Street. Superintendent Todd Hutchison did an excellent job in leading his crew on work that was vitally important to not only the residents and property owners on this street, but the entire town. Wilk Street is now a more safe, orderly, and attractive environment for our citizens. These enhancements are strong contributions to the economic development and well-being of the area. These improvements are meaningful, and we intend to maintain the momentum that the work that the District 5 engineer Lee Thorne has started. Our town benefits from all the paving and road improvements of the West Virginia DOH, which occurs in and around Bath. In addition to street paving, we're also grateful for the DOH Transportation Alternatives projects in and around Bath. These include the Town of Bath Streetscape Project, the Berkeley Depot Project, the Berkeley Springs State Park Project, and the North Berkeley Rail Trail Project. All of these are significant contributors to the betterment of the town of Bath and Morgan County. Thank you for all you do for the citizens of the great state of West Virginia. So, you don't like that? I mean, that ought to make his morning. I make a motion that we send this to the Secretary of Transportation.
Second.
I have a motion, a second on the floor to send a letter to the Secretary of Transportation, thanking them for all that they have done with the North Wilk Street and some other streets. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
And sign it, and then we'll get the other 2 guys.
All right, next thing on our agenda under my communications, the next council meeting is going to be the West Virginia Day. It's scheduled for the 20th. I would like to have council move that meeting to the 21st, which would be Wednesday. Don't know if anybody will make that motion to do that so that we can carry on business instead of the 20th, which, like I said, we're going to be out of the office for West Virginia Day. Everybody's going to be off. So Sharon and I kind of talked about it, trying to figure out what we were going to do that week, because we're going to have the 19th, we're going to have, we got to do the canvas, and then the 21st, depending on whether we do morning or evening on the original canvas, we got to come back 48 hours later and do the certification. So that's going to have to be done on either the morning of the 21st, or however we decide on the 19th to come in and do the canvas. So we need to also, but we need to move the date of the next meeting from the 20th to the 21st, if that would be okay with everybody. If-
I'll move that motion.
Okay. I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Do we have a time? I'll second, but.
Well, the meeting would be at the same
The
time.
same time.
Yeah,
Okay.
5:30.
Okay.
We're just moving it from Tuesday to Wednesday. Do I have a second?
Susan second.
You seconded
Well, I
it?
think I
Okay.
did.
All right, any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? That motion carries. All right, our meeting that was regularly scheduled for the 20th of June is now going to be the 21st at 5:30, okay? Because with it being West Virginia Day, we can't have our meeting on that day.
On the 19th, is there a time set for the canvas?
Not,
Not yet. I
Not
was
yet.
hoping you would be able to make
Yeah.
a decision, and
we
then
want to do
if you could do it in the
morning.
afternoon, then you could do the certify it before council. If you could do it around the same time frame.
Yeah, if you want to do afternoon around 3 o'clock or something to do the canvas, and then turn around and do the 48 hours later, which would be on Wednesday at 3 o'clock.
Okay, so we'll get together on June the 19th for the canvas.
Yeah.
At 3.
If that works for
That's-
It
everybody.
doesn't work for me.
It
at
doesn't
3
Why don't we
o'clock.
do it
You're
before
working.
the town council and do it at, say, 4:30?
Well, we have to do the canvas first on the 19th,
Right.
and then certify the election on the
Well, it's
21st.
supposed to be 48 hours, so if
Right.
we do it
Monday,
Monday
5:30, Monday, you can do it at 5:30 on Wednesday.
or maybe 5
Well, we don't
o'clock.
want, we don't want to
It
do
would have
it
to be
for the
before
regular
town
scheduled
council.
meeting.
Okay, 5
There's no-
o'clock.
You know,
So how about
The
5
certifi-
o'clock on the 19th and 5 o'clock on the 21st?
I don't know how long it's going to take us to do the canvas, and how long it's going to do us to do the certification,
Yeah, that's a
because we
good
got,
point.
you know.
Stuff.
Well,
You wanna-
what about 4:30? That gives us an hour.
Rose, can you do 4:30, or is that going to make it too tight for you?
4:30, okay.
If you can do 4:30, that'll work.
On the 19th.
That'll give us at least an hour to do before regular scheduled meeting.
Okay, and 4:30 at the regular schedule.
Right, on the 19th, we'll do 4:30 to do the canvas, and then on the 21st, we will schedule to do 4:30 to do the certification of the election.
Okay.
Okay,
Certification, regular meeting at 5:30.
5:30. And if there's any reason that we were to have to carry over, we'll make our, kind of push our regular meeting just a little bit if we have to. I don't foresee
I
that.
don't see that as a certification canvas, certification is just, we did everything.
Right.
Monday.
The canvas isn't an issue.
It's the 48 hours
Takes
is
much
the-
time.
I
Right,
don't know, Sharon, does that a time work for you?
That's fine. Yeah.
okay.
All right, I think I got all that.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, so we got the meeting, we got that. That's about all I have on my end, so let's move on to Bath Development, which everybody's here. Their next meeting is on the 7th of this month
Which
at
is
4:30,
tomorrow.
yes.
On 6/19, Chris had rescheduled the water committee meeting for 4:30 that day, so you might want to get in touch
Oh,
with
yeah.
him to see if he wants to move it to
Okay.
another time.
Yeah, we'll figure out, we'll have to figure that out, because we gotta do the canvas, we don't have a choice, so.
Okay.
I don't think-
Something that we're just have to do by law, so.
Bath Development is meeting tomorrow, and something that I would like to bring up to them is, since Wilk Street has been paved and done and looks so nice, and I've talked to a couple of the business owners along this end of the street of having a block party or some kind of celebration. I talked to the church about their lot, using that and just some kind of,
We've done that
Have to-
before,
we've
so
done that
with the
before.
church, that was perfect, you
hello,
know?
meet your neighbor or some kind of thing,
Right.
Rebecca. So I
Let's be
I
neighbors.
intend, let's be
Let's be
neighbors.
neighbors, that's
Let's be
good.
Neighbors,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay,
So I'm gonna talk to them about it.
Yeah.
Maybe,
see what we can do.
what the heck, why not?
Yep. So, all right. Okay, then, so that's taken care of. Parks and Recs. We don't have anybody here. Their next meeting's the 12th. And I guess it looks like they're on the BDA's comprehensive planning.
Nope, that's me.
Okay, that's on. Okay, that's planning commission. Okay, courthouse. Okay, planning commission.
So we did move the meeting, should have been last week, but in order to be able to sit down with the BDA and work their comprehensive plan events, we did move it to Monday, the 12th. So this coming Monday, that'll be our regularly scheduled meeting. We'll have the agenda, et cetera, and the full crew there. Any questions? Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you, Larry. Okay, rails and trails.
Okay, you have the status of everything, and a couple of you have the more in-depth status for what went on and what went on after the meeting last week,
Yeah.
which was more than what went on in the meeting.
Yeah.
And that the trail took a staggeringly surprising jump, lurch forward. And I actually think they're one step from putting the solicitation out. That step is a coordination conference amongst the DOH players. It's on the 13th, I think.
Is there time for that set yet?
Yeah, no, I think it's 9:00. I'm not sure we're invited. We might be. It's a virtual thing they do every time before they put something out to bid. And the idea is once any issues that come up in the meeting are cleared, it then goes out for bids.
Well, I hope you can go because.
I don't know, I'm not going anywhere. This is a virtual thing.
Oh, no, I mean, just.
I'll check. I think I'm around. I'll check to see if I can actually get into the video. I've signed in. I got an account and everything, but it didn't seem to get me anything. So the next thing is I got to find out. But yeah, I figured I would watch that, but I'm not about to do a 20 questions and ask stuff. I think we want this thing to clear their hurdles and not throw a hurdle in front of it.
Right.
They've had plenty of time. And you solve bids when you put it out for bids, quite frankly. The bidders will ask more questions than we would anyway.
Right.
So that's a good news thing, and I will consider that a giant lurch forward. That's good. The other thing on let's see, that's pretty much covers the rail trail. Streetscape.
Except that
Yeah.
we have received a notice that we are invited to a
Oh, that's right.
press event on June 29th. It's, we held one here for the CBT a few years back, if you remember.
I remember that.
There were a lot of the people who get awards and everything and past awards are invited. And we are invited to go to Ranson, the Jefferson Memorial Hospital. I guess they're getting a grant or they've done something, whatever. So they'll have lunch and then, information. The Region 3 EPA administrator will be there in attendance, a few other people. So if anybody wants to go, that would be a good thing. The 29th.
The 29th. All right.
You have to RSVP by the 16th. I'll send Sharon the information, or did you get it already?
I did just send it out today.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I saw it.
So please RSVP. Please attend if you can. We have no announcements yet. This is for a grant for parcel 1B to do the stormwater facility, stormwater management facility.
Looking for good news.
All right.
Okay, Streetscape, we're at the point of submitting the application, the full application for the next phase 6 design. It's remarkably similar to last year's version. So we thought it would be a move to simply extend. Or do we have a new resolution? What did you decide?
No, we're going to extend the current
We're gonna
resolution.
extend the one from last year should still be valid. There's no reason why it passed out. Doesn't have any numbers or anything. So, with your permission, I'll forward that in with the package. We are raising the grant number. It totaled 60 last year. It's now totaled 70. It's still the 80-20 split, but there's enough churn in the design thing to ask for more money. We only put out what we agreed to with Thrasher for the actual design. And we'll try to invoke the same thing we got this year, whatever's left over rolls into construction. So I have an ulterior motive here to build a construction thing. We only make a deal with Thrasher for 80-20 for their estimate of the work.
Right.
They don't just get the 70. I like it.
Rebecca, Bill told me yesterday that he's gonna write the letter for BDA for a recommendation.
Okay, we'll have it tomorrow then.
Yeah,
We
that's
should
good.
have it tomorrow.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
because it'll be signed tomorrow evening.
Good.
I'm going to county commissioners tomorrow to work out getting their letter of support for phase 6 design. All right, so that's future, and I don't see any problem getting that in by the middle of June. I've figured out how to use the whole system. So, and it's just pretty much like last year with better pictures. The phase 5. This came out of the Streetscape meeting, which some of you got copies of too, and I think I sent it to you in the morning in the news this morning. I'm hoping to get a set of drawings by the end of the week. That's what Thrasher said several times. The delay is because they were kind of told to make the estimates better. Because from what I've chatted with the DOH guys, they're planning to cut the program after the 30% preliminary field review. In other words, don't commit to something that you have to fix later on. They're kind of as tired as we are of having bids too high, but it does mean you're going to have to do some serious thinking about what might have to be cut from phase 5, which is 2 sides of Independence and the east side of Wilkes, which, I hate to do it. This is what the citizens voted on as their next steps. I hate to do it, but it may or may not be enough money. I'm not giving up.
No.
But you don't want to have under cheap estimates and then an overbid, which happened with the state park.
Right.
Moving right along to the state park. I have drafted thank you letters to the senators and such, but I don't know if we got the money yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. I don't think it's fair to send them until we got them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
True that.
Okay. Yeah.
Until
Yeah.
that's affirmed.
That's show me the money. The state part of that, which they're digging into what I would probably call leftover money from the TA grant universe. The feeling from Josh Vincent is that it's there, we'll get it, but we don't have that either.
Right.
All right. The bids were open May 9th. The end of this week, at least by numeric numbers, it's about a month. And it's a routine that they ask the bidder to extend the bids.
Yeah.
The bidder does not have to say yes.
Do we know what the bidder said?
No, we don't know, because I don't know if they've been asked. This is another one of those, it's under the cover opaque thing, but I'll work on this, but I just can't give you an answer to that. But I don't know why DOH, who asked us to ask them for the money, would throw away the low bid.
Yeah.
Because the next bid is pretty much higher, but that would make the low bidder nervous.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Because one bid's 500 and something, and another bidder's over $1 million, and the low bidder could be sitting there shaking in his boots, wondering, what did I miss? Sign up for a job now. That one wasn't as bad. It's only 20% over. The RFP we had out for the repairs of the mausoleum, we got nothing. We did not get a bid. World doesn't end there. We press on. We've learned a lot with the people, the guy that came to the job showing. We learned a lot from friend Tom's that does concrete work. And we now have some alternatives, and we're going to get together with Beth within the week and see what happens next.
Right. Sometimes when you don't get a bid or, it works out better.
Well, we learned a lot
Yeah.
from just talking to them. And we spent, to get that knowledge, we spent zero, nothing. Not, that wasn't the goal, but it's always nice to have that. And I think that's it.
Anybody have any questions for me? Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. All right, let's move on down to the train depot, which you've already talked about.
Yeah.
Do you have any more?
Well, I did talk to Matt Pennington with Downstream Strategies about ways to move forward with other improvements to the depot. What I'm interested in is furnishings from inside, historic signage outside, the streetscape lighting for outside, maybe installing EV parking spots, and things like that, so that when people go in the depot, they see something. They are enticed to go in and see what it felt like to be in a 100-year-old depot and like that. In our discussion centered around what he was kind of pressing, which was tax increment financing, which is another whole thing that we would have to talk about in the future. So we did talk about that. I'm trying to get in touch with Manchin's scheduler to see when he could possibly come and be at the depot so that we can mold a celebration around that, because he was very instrumental in the beginning.
Definitely. a
Haven't got anything set yet, but believe me, y'all be the first to know. So trying to do that maybe in August, because they are in recess in August. So I'll let you know about that.
Okay,
Okay?
sounds good. All right, Landmarks Commission. All right, clerk and recorder's report, Madam Clerk.
In your package, there is a budget revision. I don't believe I need a resolution because it's within the same class. It's all revenue. I'm just moving money from one line item to another. However, I am going to ask for a resolution in case I do need it with the time crunch of getting it into the state. So all I need is for someone to move on that for me and then second it, and then you could just show me if you approve or not.
Okay, find it. I'd like to make a motion that we pass resolution 2023-06-01, a revision of the Town of Bath budget.
All right, I have a second.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second on the floor to change some things around in our budget.
Revision
Our
for
budget revision.
for revenue.
So anyway, any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? That motion carries.
Thank you. Then I just wanted to let you know that so far we've had great success with early voting. We've had 28 people come out and vote already. So we are still open. We're running it for the remainder of this week, Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and then we are open Saturday till 4. So if you want to take advantage of that. Election day is the June 13th, and we open the polls at 7:30 in the morning.
6:30.
6:30 to 7:30, yes, sorry.
And there is no voting the day before election
Correct.
day, that Monday.
Right,
So you can have your
the 10th will be the
free
last
out
day.
before the election day.
Okay, all right. Do you have anything for
I
record?
think I said,
Everything?
everything here seems
Okay.
covered.
Well, let's move on and pay some bills so that we can keep chugging along here.
All right, I'd like to make a motion to pay the town of Bath bills in the amount of $20,356.49.
Second.
I have a motion and a second on the floor to pay the town of Bath bills in the amount of $20,356.49. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
I would like to make a motion to pay the Berkeley Springs Waterworks bill in the amount of $10,439.86.
Second.
A motion second on the floor to pay the Berkeley Springs Waterwork bills in the amount of $10,439.86. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion also carries.
I would like to make a motion to pay the cemetery bill in the amount of $5,636.90.
Second.
Have a motion and a second on the floor to pay the cemetery bills in the amount of $5,636.90. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
And last but not least, I'd like to make a motion to pay the train depot bill in the amount of $200.
Second.
I have a motion and a second on the floor to pay the train depot bills in the amount of $200. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? That motion carries. All right.
Daggone bees.
Huh?
The daggone bees.
Yep.
I know, right
They
into
were attacking
the new,
Soffit.
I know,
Yep.
and that solid wood in there,
Yep.
I mean, just perfect holes, about 3 of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Tree board.
I don't actually have anything to report.
Okay, grant. We don't have anything there.
News report there.
Public safety. Rick isn't here. Everything seems to be, or no, public safety, Rose, I'm sorry.
I don't have anything to report.
Don't have anything, chief, you, okay, we're good to go there. Cemetery.
Pete's already made the announcement that we did not receive any bids. Like he said, it was a very good learning session and we will move forward to get this done.
Okay. Thanks, Beth. All right, Public Works. Rick isn't here. Everything's going okay as far as I know. They're working on doing mowing and other stuff that they need to do. They actually cleaned the building this morning early and got everything, all the cobwebs off the bottom of it and all the windows. So we're moving right along. So ordinance, we didn't have a meeting tonight. Chris wasn't here, so we're going to kind of table things probably until the new council comes on and then we'll start working on things. Waterworks, again, Chris isn't here as far as I know. Okay, you got something?
Yeah, just to give people a heads up, we were supposed to do the repaving of Cornelia Street, which was cut up a little bit with the water project. The paver came into town today. They did some prep work. They're hoping to be back at the beginning of next week to finish that paving. We also had a small leak up on Ewing. It didn't affect any residents, but of course that is one of our streets that we just paved. So we're going to have to redo that section also on Ewing.
Okay. All right, this is the point I come to at the last. Anybody need to come before council with anything? If not, I'll entertain a common consent to adjourn. Everybody okay?
Yes.
We're in adjournment.